Change is a fundamental component of reality. If it ceased altogether, reality would cease. What drives change isn't time like I thought before, but it's actually entropy. Entropy being the statistical likelihood that things trend towards disorder in higher potential states. I first started thinking about time in a deep way after returning home to see the tree that I'd thrown axes into. I saw the damage to the tree and that it hadn't changed, exactly as it was when I left it. That line of thinking brought me to contrasting a tree's flesh with my own, that I would have healed by now, but that the tree is much more resilient, that the tree lives much longer than me, and in some cases, indefinitely. I realized that time is just a measurement of change. Every single moment that we experience, the one now, the one just passed, and the one coming up, will be experienced exactly once in eternity. We will never be present in that moment again. Every moment that passes is subtracted from the total number remaining, and the precise number remaining is unknown. You sleep for like 27 years, so that's about a third of your life. 233,000 hours just gone. After your 20s, you'll have spent like 90% of the total time with your parents. Personally, I have about 18,250 days left. I have around 50 summers left to experience. And that's if all goes well. If I'm able to live a long, healthy life. But I have no idea if that'll be the case for me. Based on the kinds of things that I get myself into so far, I probably have quite a bit less time than that. Dogs experience about 10 to 13 summers over the course of their entire lives. One of these days, I'll cry laughing for the very last time. I'll go to sleep for the last time. I think people avoid thinking about death because it scares them. When you're young, it feels like time is infinite. And as you age, it gets more and more troublesome. The problem with that is that you never understand the limited opportunity you have to take action, and you never fully experience the meaning of the moment. And it's really important to think deeply about these things, to accept the fact that you're currently dying, that your life is literally slipping away. To accept your death, as well as other undesirable outcomes that are outside of your control. To think about all the ways things could go wrong, and then make peace with it. If you do that right, these fears should lose their power. And that should free you to take chances and be present, to become an individual and earn your place within existence. To actually let all the meaningless things melt away and to leave your attention span. God is the writer and narrator of this story. He knows the beginning, middle, and end. There are no surprises for him. Only a complete picture of everything that has and will take place. God envies us. He envies us because we're mortal. He can't feel the magic of a truly finite moment. Every moment is transformed into something magical and precious, precisely because we're fallible, because we don't know, because we're dying. God feels the meaning of existence through our eyes. So, keep him on his toes. Make sure he feels as much as possible through you. Try to break outside the fatalistic nature of your existence by exercising your free will. God will have anticipated your thrashing, of course. He wrote it. But you will have effectively changed your destiny as far as you're concerned. You know, there's all these rules for existing in society, and every single one of them is bullshit. They are all imaginary and breakable. So, limit test. Push the boundaries and see what happens. Walk on the street instead of the sidewalk. Stand in front of a crowd and make eye contact with everyone. Make up a backstory that's as unflattering as possible and watch people's reactions. What if I just get on this train? You know what I mean? What if I ask this random person what their favorite color is? What if I decide to sleep outside tonight? What if I sell all my possessions for some extra cash? What if I leave my life behind and get lost in some inconspicuous part of the world? What if I try to change the world altogether? It really isn't hard to create an entertaining narrative if you're paying attention. So, please do. We have enough boring people in the world. Despite your impressive sounding degree and your self-improvement journey, most of you will be forgotten within 2 to 3 generations. There have been over 100 billion humans since we got here. 99.9% of them are unknown for eternity. Every single one of them are specks of dust forgotten by time. Only a few hundred are remembered today. So if you're not going to be living a life of significance, you better make it an interesting ride. A life of conformist consumerism isn't actually worth living. It's the most offensive form of slavery because it's completely self-inflicted. No one's forcing you to be a carbon copy enforcer of the status quo. Yet here you are. To uphold that existence, you have to live in a state of perpetual dishonesty. You can never truly lie to yourself, though. Deep down, you know. There's a set of actual interests that have been given to you specifically. Tastes and passions that are dormant, just waiting for you to discover them. You could be exploring them and refining them instead of conforming to your group opinions, but you're too much of a pussy to see it through. Your status, money, and power games are insignificant in a historical context, and you can't invest your way to immortality. If you fail to understand who you are as an individual and accidentally dedicate your life to living as long and safe as possible, your life will be so meaningless, it's as if you never existed at all. What actually is the point of you?